This is Woodstock Academy Live. Today's game is brought to you by Bosquet's Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, Grill 37 Restaurant in Pomfret Center, Girardi Insurance Services, Quinnebog Valley Community College, First American Home Loans, and Oconchabar Productions, LLC.
Woodstock Academy. Ethan Davis barking the signals. He goes back to throw, looking down the field, tucks it, then throws, long forgets, throwing it, touchdown, Jackson gets! Touchdown, Jackson gets! He got behind the D. He beat Liam Pickett to the ball, and Jackson gets with a 33-yard touchdown reception. This is Petrella. Petrella trying to dribble her way through, using that stick and had it knocked away, but picked up there by Perry. Back to Petrella, sends it in, and it's a goal for Woodstock Academy. And on it is Odorsky. Odorsky got it off his back.
Could be a problem.
Get it? He got there first, he shoots, and he scores! Ryan Odorsky.
Now, for all the play-by-play action, here's Woodstock Academy Sports Information Director, Mark Allard, and color commentator extraordinaire, Greg Smith.
And Greg Smith has gone on hiatus today as he has, I guess, has some family coming into town today. I think they're going to stay a while, to be honest. So instead, we have the most valuable man in the Woodstock Academy Athletic Department. We say that in all fondness and all jest as well. It's a lot of fun. Trent Peters, the Assistant Athletic Director here at Woodstock Academy. Good afternoon, Trent.
Hey, Mark. Thanks for having me.
This is fun stuff. We have the Woodstock Academy Centaurs here to take on the Bacon Academy Bobcats, a game that was originally scheduled to start around 7 o'clock tonight, but because of, well, as I've been saying the past couple of days, because of the storm of storms coming in, we're going to have a little bit of an early start.
Hey, that's fine with me. As long as I can get home early, it doesn't matter to me. Me and Mr. Sauce here are normally here late picking up, so it helps us out. Nice little early Friday afternoon.
Early little Friday, and no issue with that whatsoever. No one's complaining. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs coming in with, well, it's a 1-9 record this season. It's been a little bit of a tough road to hoe. There's no question about that, but they did pick up their first win of the season on Monday against Killingly, a 42-35 win over Killingly. That's a nice win over a close rival.
Absolutely, and the key in basketball, in my opinion, is always looking forward. So you don't want to rely heavily on that win on Monday. Though it was nice, you want to look forward to the future, and you want to start looking towards tonight's game, next week's games.
No question about it, because that's what matters now. I mean, nice to have a win, a little bit of a confidence boost. Tough one last night against East Lyme. That may have hurt a little bit, that confidence. But now you have the Bacon Academy Bobcats. Last time these two teams met in Colchester, a 68-66 win for Bacon Academy. So a tough team, no question about that. We're going to take a break here. We have the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, Marty Hart. Had a chance to talk to him before this one, and we'll be back with Marty in just a moment.
Attend Quinnebog Valley Community College for free. If you will be a first-time college student, a Connecticut high school graduate, and resident of any age, you meet two of the qualifications. See if you meet the qualifications at qvcc.edu/pact. It is always free to apply to QVCC.
When others say no, First American Home Loans says yes. First American Home Loans is licensed in every New England state, with the exception of Vermont, and also licensed in those great getaway states of South Carolina and Florida. First American Home Loans has been helping borrowers for over 30 years, and Keith Wilcox would like to say thank you to all of his past customers, and he's excited to help you, his future customers. Just call call or text Keith Wilcox at 860-428-6300. 860-428-6300. That's Keith Wilcox, First American Home Loans. 860-428-6300. Back with you at the Alumni Fieldhouse as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs take on the Bobcats from Bacon Academy. A little early afternoon Friday game thanks to the wonderful impending weather. The not bad thing about that, head coach Marty Hart, the Woodstock Academy Centaurs with us. You just played, I think you said, 22 hours ago.
Right, it's a quick turnaround, but we're looking forward to getting after it with Bacon. It's a nice rivalry for us. We've developed kind of a series of some very close games, so we're glad to host them at home, and the sooner they get here, the sooner we can get after them.
Well, you're getting used to these 3 games a week anyway, aren't you?
Right, if you signed up for basketball and you don't like practice, well, we're your sport, because we're playing 3 games a week, and then we've got to take a day off here and there, but they're coming at us quickly, and we're glad to be on the floor.
So talk about the good thing, and that, of course, the first win of the season against Killingly happened on Monday, 42-35. I'm sure it was a win this team needed.
It was, and we savor it. We're excited about that. It's a huge rivalry, so to get the win on their floor by executing together and really going with balanced scoring and great defense on Jay and great defense on Yanni.
And, you know, Parker came through with 14 points, Jackson 12, Brandon 10, and they all kind of picked their spots.
Right, each of them had their own act, and if it were a 3-act play, we're glad to have that balance because it gave us a chance to really exploit the matchups and try to look to our strengths and use them.
You know, and obviously East Lyme a little bit better last night. There's no question about that. Can you bounce back from a loss?
We're going to have to. We're going to have a short memory. You know, they had a good system, and they really got things spread and up and down the court very quickly. So we knew what to expect, but we just couldn't keep up with that pace. And we're hoping tonight we'll be, back in our Division II league foe and back ready to go.
You know, I got to ask, because the kids have been constantly bombarded all week with, hey, we're going to have snow tomorrow, big storm, blah, blah, blah. Does it take the focus away at all?
I think that we've dealt with a number of distractions this year, and I would consider this weather to be minimal in the grand scope of things. So they have an early start today, which I think benefits them. I think all along we knew it was coming in late, so we know we have Saturday off, but we expected since Monday to be able to play tonight.
How about Bacon Academy? The last time you played them, it was a close one. There's no question. What do you have to do against the Bobcats tonight?
Well, they've improved tremendously, and they've got a lot of momentum in the games that they've been playing. So we're going to have to handle their 2-3 zone, and we're also going to have to locate their shooters. They got some guys who can score, and they've really upped their game. So we've got their names on the board, and we're going to be really attached to those scorers.
2-3 zone at Bacon? Say it isn't so, Marty, really. Marty Hart, the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, back with a tip in a moment.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
And we're back with you here at the Alumni Fieldhouse, getting ready for the starting lineups to this one. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs taking on the Bobcats of Bacon Academy. And we turn it over to the athletic director at Woodstock Academy, Mr. Sean Saucier, in our starting lineups.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Alumni Fieldhouse on the campus of Woodstock Academy for today's boys basketball game featuring the Bobcats from Bacon Academy and your hometown Centaurs. The CIAC and the Woodstock Academy are committed to the principles of good sportsmanship. We believe all student athletes, coaches, and spectators should strive to represent themselves in their school with the very best spirit and tradition of high school athletics. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. We thank you for your cooperation, and we thank you for helping to create a positive high school athletic environment. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. First, the Bobcats from Bacon. A senior guard, number 12, Nathan Harasimowicz. A senior forward, number 13, Quinn Johnson. A junior guard, number 20, Elijah Black. A senior guard, number 21, Samuel Bloomberger. And a junior forward, number 23, Luke Grimord. The Bobcats are coached by Mr. Craig Cupper. Now the starting lineups for the Centaurs. A senior guard, number 4, Hamilton Barnes. A senior guard, number 11, Jackson Getz. A junior point guard, number 12, Brandon Nagel. A senior guard, number 22, Parker Anderson. And a senior center, number 34, Huck Flanagan. The Centaurs are coached by Mr. Marty Hart. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please rise, remove your headwear, direct your attention to the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
National anthem here at Woodstock Academy as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs ready to play the Bacon Academy Bobcats on this Friday at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Mark Allard being joined by Trent Peters. We're happy to have you guys along as well, and we're ready for some basketball on this Friday. The Bacon Academy Bobcats coming out in the blue jerseys with the yellow trim. And Woodstock Academy Centaurs will be coming out in the white jerseys with the navy blue and gold trim, okay? Set to roll here. Jumping it up, Huck Flanagan for Woodstock Academy. And he'll be jumping up, I think, against Quinn Johnson, if I'm right. It is. Set to go. Peter Vitale, the official, along with Christian Sarantopoulos. The ball comes down to Bloomberger, and we're underway here at Woodstock Academy. Bloomberger over on the left side, got it over to Elijah Black, back over to Bloomberger. 2-3 defense. Well, you know, Bacon Academy plays 2-3. Woodstock Academy can play a 2-3.
It's going to be a battle all night long if that's the case.
Who can hit the outside shot? Who can find an opening inside? Bloomberger just outside the arc. It's no good. The rebound comes down to the Centaurs. Jackson Getz sends it down the floor. Getz will bring it back over. Brandon Nagel, he played a little catch there. Huck Flanagan at the top of the key, running in there, and a foul as he drove. It'll be on Quinn Johnson, and that'll be Johnson's first. Johnson, a senior forward for Bacon Academy, will send Huck Flanagan quickly to the line. Huck thus far this season, 9 for 17. Make it 10 for 18.
Not too bad for a big man of his size.
Actually one of the better free throw shooting players on this team. Second one is up, and that one off the front side of the rim. The rebound comes down to Elijah Black. Over to Bloomberger. Back over to Black. Three-pointer is up, no good. Backside of the iron. The rebound comes down to Grimoire. Back out to Bloomberger. Over to Black. At the elbow, the jumper for Grimoire is good.
It's a great look for Bacon Academy, getting it right to the middle of that 2-3 zone.
2-1 in favor of the Bobcats. Brandon Nagel with the basketball. Over on the left, or actually Nagel now with the basketball, over to Parker Anderson. Back over to Hamilton Barnes. Barnes tried to get it over to Nagel. Nagel's going to have to track that one down. And he will. It was tipped, so there is no backcourt violation. Nagel over to Parker Anderson. Tried to get inside on the defense. Stopped at the elbow. Barnes, his jumper from at the free throw line. It's no good. Rebound Flanagan went up with it. Last touched by Huck Flanagan.
Now we're going to see a little pressure here from Woodstock. I was anticipating 2-3 zone, as were you, with Bacon Academy, but it looks like man-to-man so far.
So far. Usually that's what they play. They've never really changed that. Harris Samoitz with the basketball. They get it over to Grimoire. He'll give it over to Bloomberger, who will control things from the top. Black back to Bloomberger. Not exactly what you'd call an impatient team, more of a very patient team. Black from three, puts it up, no good. Another off the backside of the iron. Quinn Johnson hard off the glass, picked up by Grimoire. He'll be fouled as the ball was put over the top. And the call by Peter Vitale will go against Huck Flanagan, his first. And it'll send to the free throw line Luke Grimoire, the junior guard. Grimoire was at the free throw line a lot in the first meeting between these two, a 68-66 win for Bacon Academy. 6 for 10 from the line in that game, and he hits his first one here. Got all of the Bacon points so far. One more attempt for Luke. And hits the second.
Nice touch.
4-1 in favor of Bacon Academy.
Seeing a 2-2-1 press right now, which is what Woodstock just did to Bacon. So seeing a little back and forth between the academies.
Why not?
Tonight.
Little gamesmanship. Nagel over to Anderson. Back over to Nagel. This is Jackson Getz in the corner. Top on the left wing is Nagel. They'll swing it around to the right to Anderson. Up on top is Nagel. Look left, goes right. Anderson to the baseline. Bounce pass from Getz inside. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Harris Samoitz.
Great idea, but a little too many blue bodies down low there in the paint.
Nice ball movement.
It was. It was nice ball movement.
As with the ball, they get it underneath to Parker Anderson. Anderson goes to Hamilton Barnes. Barnes' jump shot is no good. Rebound fought for between three guys, 2 Bacon Academy players, 1 Woodstock Academy player. The jump ball is called, and it'll stay with Woodstock Academy.
When it comes to Huck Flanagan, I like those odds. 2 against 1.
I do too.
I'll still take those odds. He's a big, strong boy.
Doesn't play defensive end and offensive line and offensive end for the Centaurs for nothing, as the saying goes.
Yep.
Getz with the basketball over to Nagel. Nagel at the top of the key. Left side they work it to Hamilton Barnes. Back over. This is Parker Anderson working away into the lane. Anderson a little short, but it came down right to Barnes. Barnes misses the follow. Flanagan going at it again. A jump ball. This time it'll go the other way. He and Grimoire battling for it. And Grimoire ended up on the ground, and the Bobcats ended up with the basketball.
Looks like tonight might be a low-scoring affair.
You think? It's just one of those nights. It's not like they're really pushing anything.
They're going to be pushing a lot of snow tomorrow.
Well, that's true. Grimoire on the turnaround J from the free throw line. He hits it, and he still has all of Bacon Academy's points.
Another great touch. Woodstock's really feeling exposed right now on that foul line. They have to put some pressure there.
6-1. There's a jumper for Getz. That's a little hard. Rebound by Bloomberger. Made a nice spin move. The problem is he forgot the basketball. Picked up over the half court by Anderson. Still fought for between him and Bloomberger. And back comes the Centaurs as Anderson looked down low, was knocked out of bounds, last touched by Bacon Academy. Got a timeout by Marty Hart, 30-second timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 4.5 to play in the first quarter. It's Bacon Academy 6 and Woodstock Academy 1.
With the winter cold all around us, who wants to bundle the family up and go out to eat? And who wants to slave over a hot stove after a long day of work? Instead, choose Grill 37's takeout service. Anything you want from our regular menu, from fish to steaks to salads to pastas and more, our skilled chefs can prepare it, box it up, and bring it to you without you ever having to get out of your warm car. Call today to order to go, 860-315-5640, open Wednesday through Sunday at 4. See our full menu at grill37.com.
6-1 in favor of Well, actually, it's 6-1 in favor of Luke Grimoire.
He's doing a great job in the middle there.
Leading Bacon right now, has all 6 points for Bacon Academy, a 6-1 lead. 7-5 they came in, 2-2 in the Eastern Connecticut Conference Division II. This is a divisional game. Woodstock Academy is 0-5 in the division. Flanagan was fouled on the floor by Johnson. That's a problem for Bacon Academy because that's his second already, and we've only played 3.5 minutes.
They're going to get a sub in here for them.
Ryan Claffey is going to come in. Huck Flanagan drives inside and kind of drifted away from the basket. It drifted away and went out of bounds, last touched by Bacon Academy as Claffey comes in, a senior. Bacon Academy will get the ball back. Actually, I thought it was off of Bacon, but they say no, it was off of Woodstock. So Bacon Academy gets the basketball. I thought it was originally went this way.
I did too. That's the way it seemed to look.
Yeah, I thought he pointed that way. Bloomberger, Woodstock way. This is underneath from Black to Grimoire. What's new?
They can't stop him.
Grimoire on fire right now, 8-1 lead. And after he went baseline, jumper from 3, no, little short for Brendan Nagel. Here's Parker Anderson. Got the rebound, back out over to Getz in the corner. Getz steps inside the arc, jumper well short. Grimoire on the rebound. Both of these teams, with the exception of Grimoire, look a little low-key. Would that be a good word for it? Bloomberger with the basketball.
I think Woodstock started off pretty strong in terms of ball movement, but they've definitely slowed down here, and they're starting to do a little bit more of an individualistic approach now, which doesn't seem to be working either.
Harris Samoitz took that jumper, and it went a little bit too hard off the rim. Went out of bounds. Centaurs bring it down the floor with Brendan Nagel. Flanagan comes all the way out. Jackson Getz now facing a double team. Got it to Flanagan. Flanagan turned around, had some maneuverability, but decided to pass to Nagel instead. Goes through the double team. Did he travel? He did. That's tough. When you see that double team, Trent, you know it as well as I do. Because did you win like a national champion, not a national, but a state championship here? Okay, I embellished it a little bit.
A national championship would have been very nice.
I embellished a little.
But we got as far as we possibly could.
Yep, state championship. That's pretty darn good.
Shout out Coach Smith.
Grimoire with the basketball to Claffey. Over to Black. His three-pointer is on the way. Nope. And that one will come down and Getz fighting for it. Jump ball called again. And that jump ball will go over to Woodstock Academy. Lots of jump balls early, that's for sure. You don't see as many in a guys' game.
Yeah, yep. They seem to have no control right now over the flow of the offense. Defensively, both teams are perfect. 1 point for Bacon, allowing 1 point only, and Woodstock only allowing 8, almost through the first quarter here. But offensively, no rhythm whatsoever.
No rhythm whatsoever. Jackson Getz with the basketball, runs right into Claffey, and Claffey's going to get called for the infraction. That'll be his first foul on the senior. And over to the other side it will go. It is on the team itself. That is the third foul on the Bobcats. 2 of them are owned by Quinn Johnson. This is Jackson Getz with the basketball, taken away by Ryan Claffey. He'll go the other way with it. Claffey against Flanagan, goes to the hole, and yeah, someone from Bacon Academy other than Grimordy has scored. Other than Grimord, I should say. 10-1 in favor of the Bobcats. Right now the Centaurs have got to find some offense. Barnes kicks it out to Getz, looked at a three. No one really wants to go with the offense. Flanagan went in, over the top and out of bounds, yes. As he was challenged on that play by Black, who came out, and Flanagan put it up. At least he took the shot.
If you turn baseline, there was nobody there guarding him from the backside. Unfortunately, he stayed on the inside, his left shoulder, and kind of turned into the contact.
Bloomberger with the basketball, knocked out of bounds. And this one will go over to Woodstock Academy. Nice defensive effort there. So Nagel will take it out. Coming in for the first time for the Centaurs is James Deleva Beauchene. Here's Barnes. Nagel up on top. Bloomberger on him. They get it to Getz. I think he was going to give it to Anderson. Getz just reached out his hand and said, no, this is mine. Nagel.
It seems like there's a little bit of confusion on the offensive end tonight.
Barnes misses the shot. Beauchene on the offensive rebound. Doesn't get the follow, but gets the foul. And the foul will go on number 23, Grimord. That is his first. Fourth on the Bobcats. By the way, the JV team for Woodstock Academy, a big win today. In the game prior to this, 58-15. And from what I understand, the Woodstock Academy Blue Prep basketball team, a winner over Putnam Science Academy Elite today by 2 points. I don't know the final, but it was by 2 points.
Close game, obviously, and that's what you like to see when it comes down to rivals. And though they haven't played too many times over the years, it's right down the road.
Well, that's what makes it a rivalry, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're no more than 5 minutes away from one another. So that makes it a rivalry. And by the way, the Woodstock Academy Gold will play the Putnam Science Academy #1 team, and they've changed it a few times, so I'm not remembering exactly what they call it. But it's their top squad. That game will happen, was supposed to happen tonight at 7, will now happen on Monday at 7 o'clock. And no spectators allowed at those games, just like to pass that along. There is a stream that Putnam Science Academy puts out. Beauchene missed the first, got the second.
Pending we can get there.
Well, that's the other thing. 26 inches or whatever number is up to now, I don't know.
We'll see. There's a different forecast on every channel.
I know, and no one has any high confidence in it. That ball was out of bounds. It will go off of Bacon Academy, so the Centaurs will get it back. I've seen everything from 6 inches to 26 inches. That's a wide range, you know that, Trent?
Yep. Absolutely, and especially when we have athletic schedules to work around.
Yeah, being in the athletic office today was not a lot of fun.
A lot of moving pieces.
Oh, yeah. Hamilton Barnes, a couple of other games we'll talk to you about that have been postponed or moved. Braden Saucier with the basketball. Back out to Brandon Nagel. Nagel looks to drive in, split the double team, and got the runner to go.
He saw a lane mark, and he took it, and that was the right decision from that point guard, that junior point guard.
You really need someone to take the helm, if you will, of the offense right now.
Absolutely.
10-4. Here's a jumper from three-point land that is missed by Keegan Appleby, who's in the ball game now. Comes down to the Centaurs. Nagel out to Barnes on the outlet. Barnes, the blocking call will go against Harris Amowitz.
Now, Bacon Academy coaches are arguing that he walked before the block. But that's not what referee Peter Vitale has.
I was worried a little bit about that because it was close. I'm not gonna lie. Yep. It was close. 10-4 in favor of the Bobcats. Woodstock Academy basketball underneath with 21 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Barnes to Saucier. Over to Anderson. This is Nagel. Look to drive the elbow. Gives it to Anderson. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound comes down. It gets knocked out of his hands. Barnes picked up the loose ball. Kicks it back out to Saucier. Saucier, 5 seconds left on the clock. Drives the lane. Puts it up. Blocked by Bloomberger. It'll go out of bounds. Will stay to the Centaurs with 1 second to play.
Definitely enough time to get a set shot off.
Absolutely. You don't have time to pass it, but you can get a shot. It will go into the man farthest out. Saucier takes the three. Well short. And that'll end the first quarter of play. The Bacon Academy Bobcats, with the exception of 2 points, Luke Grimord has led the Bacon Academy Bobcats to a 10-4 lead over the Woodstock Academy Centaurs.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch & Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch & Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Second quarter getting underway here at the Alumni Fieldhouse, 10-4 in favor of Bacon Academy over Woodstock Academy.
Only one field goal for the Centaurs in that first quarter.
Brandon Nagel, and then a couple of free throws.
You're lucky your defense is holding up pretty well at this point to keep you in the game.
Bacon is not exactly running to the hoop, and that's probably helping a little bit here. The fact that, they have not really pressed it a lot. The game has been very patient on both sides. This is Black with the basketball. Goes over to Bloomberger. Bloomberger brings it back out to the logo. When I mean by patient, here's a pretty good example. Appleby and Bloomberger playing catch out by half court.
Yep. No rush, no pressure.
Nope. And if no one's going to bother them, they're going to sit out there. They want to make something happen, I guess, inside. Claffey backs his way in, got it to go.
That's exactly what he does. He makes it happen inside, just as you said.
12-4 in favor of the Bobcats. This is Nagel to Getz. Getz gets some help from Anderson, but Claffey was not going to give any ground. And a three-pointer is up and good for Brandon Nagel. They desperately need another 23-point effort from Nagel right now today.
Maybe that's what they'll get. So far, he's the only Centaur with field goals tonight.
He scored 23 in a loss to Waterford. Kind of got the feel for it. Here's Grimord, no good. Rebound comes down. Barnes fighting his way through it, and a foul on Bacon Academy. Might be Claffey. If it's Claffey, that's number 2 on him. Nope. It's 21, it's Grimord, and I should say it's Bloomberger, that's his first. Had it been Claffey, would have had 2 on Claffey and 2 on Johnson, and that's 2 of their big guys.
Now, if you're Bacon, you have to start wondering if foul trouble is going to lead to anything in the second half.
Maybe.
Right now, fouls are 6-1 in favor of the Centaurs.
Saucier goes over to Nagel. That's where you don't mind trailing.
Yes, absolutely.
The foul count.
And turnover margin.
That's true. Nagel to Barnes. Saucier, they kind of swing it around the perimeter until Anderson took a shot, missed it on the 3. Rebound comes down to Bloomberger. Races right up the court and just goes right, and the ball was knocked away from him. Claffey picked it up. Claffey's got that nice little spin, but this time hit the front side of the iron. Ball comes right back down to him. Goes and tries to fight his way through, and a foul underneath. That one will go on Anderson. That is his first. And underneath will be Appleby, the junior, for the Bobcats. Grimord fighting his way through traffic, which opened up a little bit of space for Bloomberger.
Nice little alley-oop there by the Bobcats.
14-7, doubled up on the Centaurs right now. Nagel in the right-hand corner was Barnes, back to Nagel. Left side is Saucier, top of the key. Nagel for 3, got it! Brandon Nagel, three-pointer, a couple in a row now. 8 points for Nagel and a 14-10 disadvantage for the Centaurs. Only 4 behind. Starting to climb back into this one. Barnes ran into Christian Sarantopoulos. Manages to control the basketball. Over to Getz for 3. That one's short. Rebound comes all the way out to Claffey.
Now, the difference on those last couple of possessions for the Centaurs, they're catching the ball ready to shoot. They're not acting as passive as they were in that first quarter.
No, someone's got to take the bull by the horns and really take the shots.
Sure.
And Nagel's starting to do that a little bit. Grimoire with the basketball, drives the lane, may have stepped. No, got fouled. I don't know about a shooting foul, but that's what they call it. The foul goes on Jackson Getz.
Thought he got an extra step in there a little bit
thought
beforehand.
so too. That's what I saw. And then not only that, I thought the ball was actually at his chest area when the foul occurred. I didn't really see an active shooting there.
Well, that's why we're here and the refs are out there.
That's true. But Greg Smith's not here. I got to pick up some of the slack to pick on the officials, right?
Hope he's enjoying his night off.
I hope so too. Grimoire at the free throw line. And he misses the first. Yeah, it was funny. We did say to him, I said, you got family coming down? Yeah, they're coming down on Friday night for a night. And I said, they might be there for a while.
Yep.
You never know.
I mean, at the beginning of in the week, as 23,
that's Grimoire
hits that second one. Beginning of the week in our athletic department meeting, we were talking about 5 to 8. We might have to look at postponing some games on Saturday. And now we're canceling through Sunday and possibly Monday at this point.
Oh, yeah, it's not good. Let's put it that way. Barnes puts it up. That ball is tipped away after the miss goes out of bounds, and it will go back over to Bacon Academy. And, in fact, our head of school did point out something. The last time we had a 26-inch snowstorm, they were out of school until Monday and Tuesday, until Wednesday of the following week.
Yep.
So that's how school went. And that was a few years ago. 4 years ago, maybe 6, I don't know, something to that effect.
2013.
Okay, well, maybe 9 years ago. That foul will go on Claffey, and that is Claffey's second. A little bit of a problem there for the Bobcats. That was an offensive foul, so even though it was the 7th foul, it's not a shooting foul. Gets with the basketball. Baseline move here for Anderson. Puts it up, and it's good.
Bobcats showing a 2-3, and Woodstock exposes them right away.
3-point difference now. The Centaurs trailing. Appleby goes over to Grimoire. Back over to Appleby. It only figures, I guess, an Appleby should be playing on a Friday, I'm just thinking of the restaurant for some reason. Maybe I'm hungry again. Who knows? Barnes running the floor. No good, and a foul. The foul on the Bobcats will go on number 23, Luke Grimoire. Guess what? 2 on Luke. Timeout called by Bacon Academy. 3:53 left to go in the half. Centaurs trail the Bobcats by a score of 15-12.
When others say no, First American Home Loans says yes. First American Home Loans is licensed in every New England state, with the exception of Vermont, and also licensed in those great getaway states of South Carolina and Florida. First American Home Loans has been helping borrowers for over 30 years, and Keith Wilcox would like to say thank you to all of his past customers, and he's excited to help you, his future customers. Just call or text Keith Wilcox at 860-428-6300. 860-428-6300. That's Keith Wilcox, First American Home Loans. 860-428-6300.
Hamilton Barnes at the free throw line for Woodstock Academy. 12 for 21 this year from the charity stripe, 57% free throw shooter. Puts up the first one. Well, no, there's the jinx.
We both knew that was coming.
No, of course. I blame Greg for it most of the time, and now I do it. So Barnes will have one more attempt. He's averaging 6.3 points per game on the year. Second one, no good. Rebound, Grimoire. And back come the Bobcats. Here's Appleby. Bloomberger with the basketball. Bloomberger over to Grimoire. Anderson on him. Back out to Black. Over to Bloomberger. Left side, Appleby. Elijah Black goes to the floor, goes to the hole, gets the foul on the floor.
out front. That'll go on Hamilton Barnes, his first. Just the fourth on the Centaurs with 3:22 to go in the first half. Bacon Academy has 8 on them.
And defensively, both teams still staying strong.
15-12, not exactly a high-scoring game for sure. There's been a few of those in the ECC this year. Claffey gives it over to Matt Lezot, who's in the basketball game for the first time. Bloomberger with it for the Bobcats. Brings it back out to near half court. Harris Owens. Lezot. Lezot is one of those names that's very familiar around Colchester. I'm assuming several of his relatives have played over the years.
I'm sure.
Claffey. That ball is wrapped up by Barnes, and they're going to call a jump, and it'll stay with Bacon Academy. Every town has those names, you know. Yep. Drobiak in Griswold. That one always rolls right off my tongue. Montville would be, do you know?
I do not.
Turney.
Okay.
Turney is a big one in Montville. With the basketball is Black to Lezot. Lezot drives the lane, running one-hander, no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Bobcats.
Long possession here for the Bobcats.
Seems like every time it goes out, it's still Bacon ball.
Yep.
Unlike the prep games that we do, there is no shot clock in high school basketball, at least as of yet. Claffey to Black, back to Claffey, back to Black.
Might help in a game like this to have a shot clock.
Yeah. Because, I don't know, it lulls you to sleep. Harris Samoitz with the basketball. Because basically both teams just passing around the perimeter looking for something to open up underneath.
I mean, right now, nobody's moving.
No, that's the other thing.
Not one person, defensively or offensively. They're just perfectly content with the offensive.
Finally, Harris Samoitz moved, and he got hit from behind a little bit. There's a collision. The ball is on the floor. It's picked up by Harris Samoitz. Now it's picked up by Parker Anderson. What a mess that was. Anderson to Flanagan on the run. Lezot came flying in. Flanagan got it to Anderson on the baseline, and they get it back out to Nagel, who's going to try to calm things down. Saucier top of the key. Here's Anderson in the low post, blocked from behind by Bloomberger. And back come the Bobcats. Here's Black running it down the floor, and it went out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bobcats.
Good quick hands by Nagel to strip the ball there. Without picking up the foul.
We haven't seen a basket in 3 minutes, and we've only seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baskets in the entire quarter. And now another foul. And this one will go on number 20, Eli Black, and that is Elijah Black. That is his first. Barnes will check back in for Anderson. With Flanagan back in there, you have Nagel and Getz, Saucier and Barnes.
Mark, we have an ugly game here, but it is a game. It's competitive, it's close, it's a Friday night.
Now it is, 6 o'clock. I guess it qualifies as nighttime. Although it probably was dark around 5:30. We don't have any windows in here, so.
And cold for the last month.
Yeah, that's true. Nagel with the basketball, bounce pass over to Saucier. Brings it back out. Here's Jackson Getz with it. Getz working his way around, gives it back over to Nagel. Nagel's a couple of threes. Here's a three for Getz, rimmed in and out. Rebound coming down with it is Barnes. Will bring it back out. Over to Nagel. He thought about a three. Over to Barnes. Nagel again thought about a three.
They can reset back into a 2-3.
They did. Saucier. Here's a flash to Flanagan, but he throws it out to Barnes. Barnes in the baseline kicks it. Saucier for three. Got it! Well, now we have a tie ball game.
And I believe that's Saucier's first field goal on varsity.
Nope. He had a three-pointer against Bacon Academy in the first game.
Did he?
First time around. So his 2 baskets in varsity has come against Bacon Academy, both of them three-pointers.
Now, only our sports information director would know that.
This is Bloomberger. This is Lezot with the basketball. Left side thrown out of bounds. Bloomberger went a little bit went left, and the ball went right. And the ball went out of bounds.
More 3-point field goals for the Centaurs than 2-point field goals.
I know.
3 of them in this quarter.
Seeing an extended zone again by Bacon, 1-3-1.
Nagel tosses it down to Barnes. Barnes manages and throws it off of Bacon, off of Bloomberger, out of bounds. Wise move by Barnes because he was a little off balance and he was afraid to be either stepping on the baseline or being called for a travel. So taking it out will be Nagel with 6 seconds to go here in the half. They toss it out to Jackson Getz. Over on the right side is Nagel, back to Getz from 3. That was a prep 3. Went off the side of the rim and did not fall in. So we played a half of basketball. Guess what? We are dead even. 15-15 here at Woodstock Academy. We'll be back with more. We're at halftime at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
It's a fact most Americans resolve each year to lose weight or eat healthier in the new year, so let Grill 37 help you make that happen. Our amazing menu is filled with gluten-free options. Our salads are so good you'll want to enjoy them again and again, all of which you can add your protein of choice to and make it that perfect post-workout dinner. And if you just can't live without any of our award-winning pasta dishes, we make amazing zucchini fettuccine. Your healthier you starts at Grill 37. Call today to reserve your table or order to go. 860-315-5640. Open Wednesday through Sunday at 4.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. We are at halftime here at Woodstock Academy, a 15-15 score, being joined not only by Trent Peters, but Sean Saucier comes back as well because I had to ask Sean, what kind of day was today in the athletic department?
You saw me this morning.
I did.
Yeah, there was a lot of moving parts this morning with the storm coming and adjusting games and finding referees, and that's the job, but it was definitely an eventful few hours this morning.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, this game got moved up about an hour and a half or so. Well, more than that. And you had to cancel a freshman game and move the JV game up an hour and a half, and then this game moves up. A prep basketball. I mean, by the way, congratulations to Denzel Washington.
Yeah, great win for Denzel. Happy for those guys.
What, did you get a score?
I didn't get a score. I heard we won by 2, though.
That's what I heard as well, that the game was a 2.
And then not only moving games, but then I realized that we're sharing officials. So you can't just move games wherever you want because officials have to be able to get from game to game. And
well, Peter Vitale, who's doing the game here now, was supposed to do the blue game this afternoon,
4,
right?
Yeah.
And then come over here for the 7 o'clock.
So they had to reshuffle everything. Thanks to Chad Neal. He's our assigner for Board 35, and he helped us. He helped pull it off, and he's the guy behind the scenes that makes a lot of this happen too. Because
I'm sure.
He's sending guys everywhere, making phone calls, trying to. You can imagine everybody in the state today was trying to figure out the weekend. So,
and I don't know if anyone really knew. All I know is everything that was scheduled for tomorrow is no longer scheduled for tomorrow.
No, and probably not Sunday either.
Yeah, in fact, we moved some games just to go through it all. So the gold game against Putnam Science is now scheduled for Monday night.
Monday at 7. Yep.
Okay. Still no spectators allowed.
Correct.
Putnam Science does stream it, so we'll send out the stream link on Monday. Yep. We've moved the 2 prep games for tomorrow. The blue were supposed to play Our Savior Lutheran, and the gold was supposed to play Brimmer and May.
Yeah.
Both of those are gone.
Those are postponed. I don't know if we'll try to squeeze those in at some point, but and then hockey for Sunday against Brantford got moved to Thursday. I think at 6,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken. So we were able to find a spot for that, which was good because it's crunch time. We got about 3 weeks left of the regular season, and
This is where
some of our teams are only halfway through their schedule, and we're 2/3 through the calendar.
And that's where you get your gray hair a little bit, I'm sure, because you look and you say, oh, man, what am I going to do now? I mean, I'm running out of time.
Yeah, I mean, the girls' basketball plays 5 days next week. 5 out of 6 days they play a game. So I think they have Thursday off.
Wow.
And they play Monday. If I'm not mistaken, they play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Woof.
And, and then with hockey, you got to work around, trying to get ice time is always an adventure.
And you have 2 hockey teams with the
2
girls'
hockey
team, of course.
Girls got their first win the other day. That was awesome. They're really improving, so that's exciting.
Against Leominster.
Yeah. So I think we're rolling now. We had a couple of COVID pauses just after Christmas. That hit us pretty hard, but everybody's rolling now and playing a lot of games. And
if, knock on wood, oh boy, I better find some. Well, Formica works. But the rate is going down for COVID. We're coming out of this, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, this week was a very quiet week in terms of, new positive cases and stuff. So hopefully that's an indicator of something good. But, those first couple of weeks after Christmas were hellacious.
Oh, man. It was which team next is what it came down to.
That was a rough patch. But this week was much smoother, and I'd like to think we're on the other end.
As long as the weather doesn't now get in the way, as the saying goes.
I can't believe it's already January. Where did January go?
January went away quick, and I have no problems with that, okay? I mean, I hate January. January is like the worst month of the year, no matter what happens. So anyway, we were at halftime, and Sean, thank you very much, and thank you for all the hard work, because, man, it takes a lot of logistics to do something like this.
Pleasure.
15-15, the score. We'll be back. We're going to talk about the first half and a little bit about the second half, some statistics for you as well in just a moment.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years. And we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
I have been doing theater and acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well. My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior for Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/futurecentaurs.
Now, I know this is going to take you a long time, Trent. I mean, 15-15, there's a lot of scoring, I know. But how about some halftime stats?
Sure. Let's start off with Bacon Academy Bobcats. Claffey had 4. Bloomberger had 2. Grimoire had 9. And moving over to the Centaurs from Woodstock, Braden Saucier had 3. Nagel had 8. Beauchesne had 1. Anderson had 2. And Flanagan had 1.
So when you really look at this, and I think we both kind of agreed, it was a very slow to develop basketball game. Is that a kind way of putting it?
Offensively, yeah. They both seem to have taken it very patiently on offense. There didn't seem to be much of a push, and when there was, both teams sort of brought the ball back out and reset. And, you know, why push the ball when there's no need? Both teams kind of felt comfortable out there, I think.
So I'm going to put you in the coach's shoes here and say, what do you do if you're Marty Hart in the second half?
apply the pressure. You got to come out and apply the pressure. We've been in 2-3 zone for most of the game so far, and I think you either come out man-to-man and see what Bacon Academy does and how they react, or you even switch it up into a trapping zone, maybe a 3/4 court or a half court 1-3-1, and see how the guards for Bacon Academy react.
It's a good idea because certainly I think you've only tossed it out there at token at times. There was a couple of times when they brought the ball up and there was some pressure. But the problem is, to make pressure effective, you've got to start hitting some shots.
Absolutely. Once the ball goes through that net, you have to apply pressure right away, not allow them to get over half court.
That's the key. You got to hit some shots, then you can apply the pressure, then you can make things happen. And that's something I think that the Centaurs have to do in this second half. Tie ball game, 15-15. We start where we began. Even up.
It's deadlocked right now. We'll see who comes out with the energy in the third quarter here.
Harris Samoitz, let's see, Bloomberger, Eli Black, who am I missing underneath? Luke Grimord, and Quinn Johnson will start for Bacon Academy here in the second half.
Now, one thing I did notice while looking over the rosters, Bacon Academy has all juniors and seniors. So at some point, that's going to be a good feeling for some of these younger guys on Woodstock. You're playing all upperclassmen, and especially a confidence booster for any of those sophomores who get in the game, or freshmen. In Woodstock's case.
If you're Brady Erickson, who is out there, no, actually Huck Flanagan is out there now, along with Brandon Nagel, Jackson Getz, Parker Anderson, and Hamilton Barnes. Getz with the basketball as we get it away here in the second half. Hamilton Barnes, left side. This is Brandon Nagel, back over to Barnes, right side. Getz almost had it taken away, tossed it in, and Grimord, but Flanagan rips it away. Jump ball called. It'll go back over to the Centaurs this time, as that's what the arrow is pointing to. Nope, Bacon, excuse me.
I think Grimord's going to think about that one again and decide if he wants to get in a tug-of-war battle with Flanagan.
Flanagan usually wins those.
Came up holding his shoulder a little bit.
Driving to the hole, Grimord. And Grimord has been winning those.
Takes it right back at him.
17-15 in favor of Bacon Academy. Grimord became a little quiet, and that kind of hurt the Bobcats a little bit there late in this first half. With the basketball is Anderson. Goes over to Nagel. Nagel high above his head. Gives it back over, and a blocking call will go against the Bobcats. That one will go on number 23, Grimord. That is his third.
That hurt.
Big time hurt.
Now, if I'm Woodstock, I want to look to attack him, get a fourth, and have him out for the rest of the third quarter.
That would be nice. He is the offense for Bacon Academy, without a doubt. Parker Anderson with the basketball. They toss it to Nagel underneath baseline. Jackson gets a little shovel pass to Flanagan. Another battle between he and Harris Samoitz. The Centaurs get it out of there. Flanagan was able to toss it over to Anderson, to Nagel, to Barnes, back to Nagel for three. No, front side rim. Rebound, Flanagan went back up with it. Was tipped by Johnson. Picked up by Bloomberger. Bloomberger will bring it down the floor. Grimord may actually be taking a seat soon because Claffey is over here at the scorer's table. We'll have to see if that's the case. Bloomberger with the basketball, battling against Nagel, drives to the hole. Flanagan got in the way as well. Anderson took up the errant shot. Up ahead to Barnes on the outlet. Barnes goes right around. Black got it to Getz, and got tied along the baseline, but they're going to say it was off of Bacon, out of bounds.
Here comes Claffey replacing Grimord.
That's what I thought they might do. When you have a 2-point lead, get him some time on the bench with those three fouls.
You can't risk fourth foul right now.
Absolutely not. They get it out to Barnes. Barnes knocked away from behind by Bloomberger. He'll get the outlet pass back, drives to the hole, a basket, and a foul. Foul went, I think, on was it Anderson, I think?
It was.
Okay, Parker Anderson, his second. And it'll send to the free throw line Bloomberger. He did not play, or did not score, I should say at least, in the last time these two teams played. That 2-point win for the Bobcats in Colchester early in the season. Bloomberger at the free throw line. His first one is no good. Rebound Anderson. So they cannot get the completed 3-point play, but they have a 4-point lead for the Bobcats. This is Nagel over to Barnes, back to Nagel. Looking at that 2-3, they don't come out of it very much, once in a while.
No, and they have good size on it too. They're long and they get tips on the passes.
They can challenge the 3-pointers.
Yep.
Barnes with the basketball. Nagel back over to Barnes. Claffey comes over, baseline to Getz. Flanagan's in the lane, up and over Black for the basket.
Nice ball movement there. Way to attack the zone from the middle.
19-17, Bacon Academy. Bloomberger. Right side, Claffey. With that left-hand dribble, tries to get a guy to flash. That was Harris-Amowitz, and then he takes it in. Misses the shot. Rebound Johnson, and a foul on the floor. Will go against the Centaurs. This one will be on Anderson again, and that is 3 on Parker. Braden Saucier will check back into the ball game, replacing Parker Anderson. Hart quickly made that move. Also coming back is Beauchene, and he replaces it Flanagan. Yes.
Losing a little bit of size here for the Centaurs, who are matched up in man-to-man.
Yep, inside Johnson, but it was knocked away by Getz. Saucier picked up the loose ball. He and Getz kind of ran down the floor, got tied up in Getz's feet. Saucier got it back, gave it to Getz. He misses the 3. The rebound comes down to Lizotte. Lizotte up ahead. This is Johnson. Takes the jumper way outside. No good. Rebound comes down to Jackson Getz. Braden Saucier brings it down the floor. A little bit more movement. That's a good thing.
Yep.
Here's Getz with the basketball. Left side Saucier. Thought about it. Claffey made him think again. Nagel to Getz. At the elbow is Beauchene. Back over to Saucier. Getz tried to get it to Beauchene, and 2 Bobcats right in front of him. Lizotte, the ball stripped away by Saucier. Ball on the floor, jump ball probably.
Yep.
I'm guessing. Yes, okay. And it'll go over to the Centaurs. We have had a lot of scrums in this game. And not a lot of scoring.
I said it before, I'll say it again. It's an ugly game.
It is. It really is. 19-17. The score tells you all you need to know when you're in the middle of the third quarter. Saucier.
Still no sense of urgency from either side yet.
No.
And we're halfway through the third quarter now.
That's Nagel trying to drive through. Over to Barnes. Barnes takes a 3, rolled along the backside, picked up by Claffey. You don't really have on either side, Grimoire maybe a little bit, but you don't really get that impression that either team really has that really good go-to scorer. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The guy you look for when you need to get something done, and I think both teams kind of more of on a team concept.
And it doesn't help the Centaurs still having Ethan Davis out from the beginning of the year.
There's a foul well away from the basket against the Centaurs. That one will go on Hamilton Barnes, his second, and in fact that is a big point. Ethan Davis in the first game scored 15 points against the Bobcats. He was 4 for 5 from the free throw line, and of course he's out indefinitely.
So Woodstock finding their identity a little bit, but no one true player.
Right, you don't have that
standout
senior.
Scorer.
Jumper from Johnson is no good. Rebound comes down to Beauchene. And Davis could do so in a few different ways. He even had a 3-pointer this year for the first time.
Yep.
But he can play inside, he can play those mid-range jumpers, he's a very good rebounder, and he's a good leader. And it is tough when you take that guy away.
I think he brought mental toughness to the Centaurs.
I agree with that.
They're having a hard time replacing.
Beauchene at the free throw line. Tried to step between 3 players and then made the other mistake of creating a foul. As he tried to tie up Claffey, he gets called for his first.
Now that was just a frustration foul.
It was. He was like, he tried to dribble through 3 guys. That usually doesn't work.
Rely on your defense. Get up, hustle back, and make a play defensively to help out your team. You never know, these fouls in a tight game could come back to haunt you come fourth quarter.
Brady Erickson now in along with Beauchene in the game. Bloomberger gave it up to Claffey, missed everything. Rebound is Barnes. Over to Nagel. Nagel a couple of 3-pointers, and then he's been quiet. Saucier looked at a 3. He's had a 3-pointer in the first half. Bounce pass inside to Beauchene, spun on the baseline, puts it up, and the foul will be called. I think it will go against Johnson. It is. Nope, it's not Johnson. It's Claffey. Either one, it was going to be their third, and in this case, it's Ryan Claffey's third. Beauchene to the free throw line. 11 for 28 from the line for the junior. 3 points per game on the season. First one is good. Tried to will that one home, I think.
Good use of the pump fake by Beauchene down low. Mr. Bourgeois, I'm sure, is very proud of that one.
You think he might have taught that?
I think a few times. Dating way back.
Oh, yeah. So Beauchene will get one more attempt. Puts it up, and it's no good. Johnson on the rebound. And a foul. Is it Beauchene again? By his reaction, yes.
Yep, another frustration foul, I think.
So 2 on Beauchene. Harris Samoitz will take it out for the Bobcats. Up to Appleby, who's back in the ball game. Runner here for Harris Samoitz. It will be too hard. Barnes came down with a tip ball. And then the ball went on the sidelines, hit the out-of-bounds line, and it'll be Bacon Academy basketball. Nope, Woodstock Academy basketball, my bad. Saucier into Nagel. 2-3, takes the three, a little hard. Bounces all the way out, Barnes able to save it, back to Nagel, tried to get it to Beauchene, he tosses it back into Nagel. Nagel kicks it back out to Erickson. Saucier thought about the three and then pulls it out.
Smart reset by Saucier.
Yeah, no question. Smart reset by Nagel, too, kicking it out of there.
Yep.
Nagel to Saucier. Back over to Nagel. Drives the lane. Runner from inside the elbow. Jumper good.
Now, I like that shot a lot more than the first shot he took, which was a pull-up three without any ball movement.
Lead for Woodstock, 20-19. That might be their first. In fact, it is the second lead for the Centaurs. They owned a 1-0 lead at the very beginning of the game on a Huck Flanagan free throw. This is Appleby with the basketball. Beauchene on him. Stolen away by Hamilton Barnes as he drives. Almost forgot the basketball, but put it home. Timeout called by Bacon. Hamilton Barnes and the Centaurs now on a 7-point run to take a 22-19 lead over the Bacon Academy Bobcats.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Now, we did get a note from Denzel Washington. The Blue won 71-69 against Putnam Science Academy today. Jan Wilhelm Hominen, 23 points. Sheremayan, a huge game with 10 points. I'm trying to see what else is in there. We'll kind of pick it up as we go along if there's something else that Denzel left me. But nice win for the Blue. That's their 5th in a row. Grimoire is back in the ball game and immediately makes his presence known for Bacon with a three-pointer. And guess what? We're all tied up.
I like that look from Woodstock, though, switching it up, coming out in a zone press. Unfortunately, Bacon was able to score a wide-open three off of it, but
they found the open man. Yeah, well, you got to take risks. Nagel with the basketball. Over on the right side is Barnes. Looks back to Nagel. 46 seconds left in this quarter. Saucier with the basketball. Looked at Lizotte, then pulls it back out to Nagel. Back over to Saucier. Back out to Nagel. Nagel driving around, puts up the runner over Johnson. No good. Rebound comes down to Lizotte. And back come the Bobcats with numbers, but it was knocked away by Barnes. Hamilton Barnes has just had a host of steals. He seems to be in the right place a lot of times. 12 steals on the day in the season, but he had that one that was just like a defensive back anticipating the pass, if you know what I'm saying.
He's the defensive specialist for the Centaurs.
Grimoire drives no good. Barnes was on him. They did not. He was just worried about getting a call. Didn't get it. Ball went out of bounds. Back over to Woodstock.
Great defense there again by Barnes.
I like Barnes. I didn't do it. I really didn't do it.
Their defensive leader back there. He's one person that I think anybody in the ECC or in the state would love to have on their team because he gives 100% effort on that end of the floor.
Blue collar, right? Nagel to Barnes. Oh, that one was anticipated well, too. Knocked away by Black. And the Centaurs will retain.
Bacon Academy, looks like they're coming out of their 2-3 zone here.
Yeah, a little bit of man, huh?
Yep.
Well, with 0.4 of a second, you wonder why. They toss it in, you got to throw it up, and not that way. Erickson tried to get it over the top, but Bloomberger just didn't have enough time to do so. So we played 3 quarters of basketball. Guess what? We're still all even, 22-22.
Attend Quinnebog Valley Community College for free. If you will be a first-time college student, a Connecticut high school graduate, and resident of any age, you meet 2 of the qualifications. See if you meet the qualifications at qvcc.edu/pact. It is always free to apply to QVCC.
When others say no, First American Home Loans says yes. First American Home Loans is licensed in every New England state, with the exception of Vermont, and also licensed in those great getaway states of South Carolina and Florida. First American Home Loans has been helping borrowers for over 30 years, and Keith Wilcox would like to say thank you to all of his past customers, and he's excited to help you, his future customers. Just call or text Keith Wilcox at 860-428-6300. 860-428-6300. That's Keith Wilcox, First American Home Loans. 860-428-6300. Did you ever get the feeling you haven't accomplished anything?
I have.
22-22.
And the game that sticks out to me is New London home, my junior year. We played them here. Our point guard, Chris Lowry, was out. And we played 2-3 zone against New London and won in a very low-scoring game, 32-28.
With the runner and the basket is Black. And the other thing about it, too, is that you were tied at half. You're tied at the end of the third quarter. It's like we've never done anything since the start.
And sometimes that's okay as long as you have a patient mentality going into the fourth quarter.
Anderson's jumper is no good. Touched out of bounds. He'll go over to Bacon Academy.
Every possession means the most right now.
Yeah, I'd say that everyone's important. Only a 2-point lead for the Bobcats in a slow developing game. Johnson from the elbow pulled it back, and the only one underneath were white shirts. As back come the Centaurs. Nagel. Bounce pass to Barnes. Got it around the foot of Grimoire.
If they can get it to him, gets us open down low on the baseline when he's running back and forth. He's behind the defense
behind
there.
the zone, yeah.
But it's a tough pass with Bacon Academy's length up top on the zone.
Nagel, or I should say Anderson, over on that far side. Back into the corner, that's Getz. A little give and go, actually dumped it down to Flanagan. Turnaround is no good, but a foul. Hey, get the foul inside, that works too. That'll go against Grimoire, and that is number 4. That is a problem.
Yes, it is. Your offensive leaders tonight from either side of the court.
Grimoire has what, about 11 or so right now? Something to that effect?
Right now he has 13.
13. Flanagan missed his first. Huck averaging 6.4 points and 6.3 rebounds per game. Not bad for a guy who doesn't make basketball his real love. Missed the second one as well. Bloomberger with the basketball. Still a 2-point lead for Bacon. They dump it down underneath. Johnson had it ripped out of his hands, got it back. Back out into the logo to Bloomberger. Bloomberger taken away by Anderson. Try to get it over the top to Claffey. Anderson right to the hole and was stopped the other way, partially blocked. Lezak comes down with a loose ball. I think it was Bloomberger who got a piece of it. He's running the court. He gets fouled as he goes in.
This one's going to be on Nagel.
Yep. That's only one on Brandon. And it'll be Bloomberger to the line.
0 for 1 tonight from the line.
And Bloomberger's free throw attempt is good. One more attempt for the senior. Bloomberger's second. That's good as well.
Nice touch from the line there.
We have a 4-point lead for the Bobcats, 26-22. Parker Anderson over to Nagel. Now a little bit of pressure from the Bobcats, about three-quarter. This is Anderson running the lane, kicks it, well, thought he had kicked it to the corner, and Barnes went to the corner, and he threw it more to the middle. Timeout called by Marty Hart and the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. 6:02 left in the ball game. The Bobcats with a 26-22 lead.
It's a fact most Americans resolve each year to lose weight or eat healthier in the new year, so let Girl 37 help you make that happen. Our amazing menu is filled with gluten-free options. Our salads are so good you'll want to enjoy them again and again, all of which you can add your protein of choice to and make it that perfect post-workout dinner. And if you just can't live without any of our award-winning pasta dishes, we make amazing zucchini fettuccine. Your healthier you starts at Grill 37. Call today to reserve your table or order to go. 860-315-5640. Open Wednesday through Sunday at 4.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
26-22 in favor of the Bacon Academy Bobcats here at the Alumni Fieldhouse on this Friday. Well, I know what my wife did today. She went out and bought milk.
Surprised there was any more left on the shelves.
Good point. You always know a snowstorm in New England when you walk in and there's no bread and there's no milk.
Or gas at the stations.
Oh, that too. That's the oddity, I guess. This is supposed to be a light, fluffy snow, so it shouldn't be really one that produces a lot of, hopefully, electrical outages. Johnson went low and he was fouled, held as he did so. Might have been Barnes. Yeah, it is. That's his third. And Hunter Larson is in the ball game now for the Centaurs. Few new bodies have been filtering in here. It is 1-1, they say. Yes, it is.
Yep.
That was the 7th foul on the Centaurs. Bobcats only have 3, which is good in one way. Bad in another. If this game gets close, you got to start fouling, and you'd have to take time to get to those 7 fouls. Missing the free throw was Johnson, and the Centaurs come down with the basketball. Here's Braden Saucier, Brandon Nagel, Braden Saucier. Left side, Nagel. That defense has just been really causing them headaches.
Well, Mark, if you look closely, their hands are always out.
Yeah.
They're well coached in that respect.
Getz had a foul as Johnson came flying in and got the arm of Getz. And that'll be the 4th foul on the Bobcats. Johnson's 3rd foul. Or did they call that one on 20? Eli
They called
Black.
it on Eli Black, correct.
Okay, it's his 2nd. Braden Saucier with the basketball. Brandon Nagel. Back to Saucier. Back over to Nagel. Johnson doing a nice job of playing right behind Jackson Getz. They can't get it inside. Nagel takes the outside shot. Bloomberger on the rebound. Barnes on the foul. That'll be the 4th on Hamilton Barnes. He's another one of those players where if you're given 5 fouls, he's going to take all 5.
He will. He will.
Anderson's back. Flanagan's back.
Sometimes that pay when you get up under somebody's skin and you're moving your feet so quickly. You tend to pick up a couple more fouls.
So to the free throw line will be Bloomberger. He's kind of had a living there. In the first game between these two, Bacon Academy had 31 free throws. Bloomberger misses that one. They made 18 of them. Claffey on the rebound for the Bobcats. And a jump ball. Now go over to the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Yeah, 18 for 31 in the first game for free throws wise. Woodstock Academy was 12 for 21 in that game. 2-point win for Bacon Academy in Colchester.
Free throws definitely will have something to do with the outcome of this game. A lot of missed free throws tonight.
Not only that, but I think there's more to come.
Yes.
Anderson with the basketball runner, and then he tossed it back out to Nagel. Nagel back over to Getz, bounce pass along the baseline. Flanagan, but a foul inside, over the top.
I think that one's on Johnson.
I think you may be right. That'll be his third. So you got 3 on Johnson, you've got 3 on Claffey, you've got 2 on Black, 4 on Grimord, and that's the one that probably hurts the most.
And speaking of Grimord, he's checking back into the game with 4 fouls.
Well, with 4.5 to play, I guess you got to make your decision, right?
Yep.
Woodstock Academy, Barnes has 4, Anderson has 3, and that's essentially about it entirely. 2 for Beauchene, I guess. Flanagan on the other one misses the second one. Claffey on the rebound, and another ball that's tied up. This one will go over to Bacon Academy.
So many tie-ups tonight.
It's just not been a pretty game.
It's the way that tonight's gone.
Yeah, it's just not been
Nobody
pretty.
has control of the ball.
It's been a fight for everything. And there's a ball that was tipped up in the air by Nagel, picked up by Claffey, back to Bloomberger. That one kind of got knocked away, out of bounds. It'll go over to Woodstock Academy.
Great defensive pressure there by Nagel to force that turnover.
Yep. Just 4:18 to play. And the score would seem like you have 4:18 to play in the first half, not the second. Getz, bounce pass inside. Flanagan kicks it out to Anderson. Fall away is good. First basket of the fourth quarter for the Centaurs.
Good ball movement there by the Centaurs and good finish by Parker.
26-24, that ball was almost ripped out of the arms of Claffey. To Grimord for 3, too hard. Rebound Anderson, he almost committed his 5th foul.
2-on-1.
Anderson over to Nagel, and he does commit his 5th foul. Grimord was almost looking, it seemed, for his 5th foul.
He knew it as soon as he did it.
Yep. Basket was good. Grimord will go to the bench. He almost got it on the reach-in on Anderson when he was coming up the floor, and then he got it from behind when Nagel went in.
Unfortunately, in that situation, you have to just allow the uncontested layup.
I agree. I don't, that was one of those where I think the emotions got the best of him.
Yep.
So he goes to the bench for the rest of the day with 3:43 to play. He got to play for 45 seconds after he came off the bench.
Hope he enjoyed it.
I do too.
He almost had a 3 on his first possession down too.
Yeah.
That could have been huge.
So Nagel will go to the free throw line. 7 for 15 on the year. He averages, by the way, 8.9 points per game. Free throw is up and no good. And then a tie-up again going for the basketball, and we have out of bounds. It'll stay with Woodstock, I do believe. And it will. 26-26, we're back to where we started. And that ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Woodstock Academy.
Fans are starting to get a little bit more involved here with a tied game and less than 4 minutes to play.
Why not? Getz, Flanagan, and then a travel violation against Flanagan.
He knew it.
Well, we have the Woodstock Academy blue team, at least some of them, maybe even most of them in attendance now. They came back from Putnam Science Academy and stayed in the gym.
Well, they've got a nice long weekend to rest up.
That they do. There's no games.
As do these guys on the court right now.
Bloomberger with the basketball. Left side, Claffey back over to Bloomberger, back to Claffey. Claffey looks over and gives it to Harrisamowicz. Black over the top of the D. Right side, Claffey.
Centaur
Black again.
still in man.
Yeah. 3:06 to play in the game. Trying to find some of the balls knocked away by Claffey. Flanagan doing all he can to knock that ball away. Picked up by Nagel. Back over to Anderson. Runner is no good. Down on the floor went Claffey, and a foul on Flanagan, I think. It will be on Flanagan. That's his second. That's just the kind of play we've been having. It's just disjointed.
Yes. Yep. No flow.
None.
All night long from either team.
No one seemingly can get into a run. You make a good play, and you just can't seem to finish it off.
If anything, I guess you can be happy with your defensive effort, but again, it hasn't been pretty.
No. Claffey at the free throw line puts up the first. It's no good. Oh, it is good. Bounce back the other way. I don't know where that bounce came from.
Big time free throw there.
1 point lead.
You never know. With a low-scoring game like this could decide the game.
That could be the game-winning free throw right there. Misses the second. Nagel on the rebound. And a Bacon Academy Bobcats stay in the 2-3. Why not? It's been effective. Saucier. Anderson looks in. Everybody backs off. Gets with the basketball. They have been 3 threes, but there's been none here in the second half for the Centaurs. Saucier looks to Getz down low. Back out Anderson from 3. Got it! Parker Anderson, did they need that or did they need that?
That was a big time shot, Mark.
29-27 Centaurs. Claffey on the runner. Too hard. Getz lost the ball. Picked up by Black, and he ties the ball game. 29-29. Here we go again. The never-ending tie. It's been more ties in this game than I've seen in a long time in a basketball contest. Gets inside Flanagan and a foul.
I should have known we weren't getting out of here early tonight.
No, we're not. On the foul was Black. That is his third. Well, fortunately, we're right now where we're supposed to be starting the game as opposed to be when we're almost finishing it. We hope to be almost finishing it. But we might get out before the snow starts.
Here comes
Flanagan.
a freshman for Woodstock ready to check in.
Yeah, Erickson has been out there a couple of times. But he's coming back. I think he's coming in for Flanagan, and a timeout is going to be called by Bacon Academy. 1:49. We'll be right back with the score tied up at 29 here at Woodstock Academy.
I have been doing theater and acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well. My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/futurecentaurs.
Back with you at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Yeah, well, we haven't changed the tie scores. 29-29.
I'll tell you what, Mark. Woodstock, if they find a way to lose this game, it's going to be because of the free throw line.
Free
right
throw
now,
has been tough.
3 for 12 as a team.
Ouch. Flanagan. This is Huck's 6th free throw of the quarter. Misses that one.
Parker Anderson chases it down in the corner. Hustle play.
Saucier has the basketball over to Anderson. Down to Flanagan at the elbow, back out to Anderson. He just had that big basket, that big 3. Goes to Flanagan. Flanagan inside, misses once, misses twice, misses 3 times. Johnson ripped out of the hands by Getz, but out of bounds, back over to the Bobcats. Flanagan just never could find the right position. He was either too far under, too far over, very difficult.
Credit to him, he kept the ball high where Bacon couldn't get it.
Yep. And it was just so close, but he just couldn't find the hoop.
That's the story of tonight.
Yeah, the story for everybody, you're right. Harris-Samoitz, here's a three by Black. That's no good. Harris-Samoitz trying to track it down. He and Anderson going at it. Everybody's on the floor. Nagel with the basketball, running it up the sideline. Goes over to Anderson. This is Saucier. Back over to Anderson. 1:02 left to go. Tie ball game. Nagel, Saucier, Nagel for three. No! Rebound comes down to Black.
He thought about it too long.
He did.
He thought about it, he took a dribble, and then he shot it. He wasn't really in that rhythm.
Bloomberger, 43 seconds, has a lane, goes inside, puts up the two, and hits it. Oh, boy. 31-29. Timeout called by Woodstock Academy. We'll keep it here this time. Oh, my gosh. 31-29. Parker Anderson, a great three-pointer, but since then, 4 consecutive points by the Bobcats. Centaurs only have in this quarter 3, 5, 7 points.
That's what I have, yep.
So, and not many more for Bacon, to be absolutely honest. 2, 4, 5, 7, 9. Well, that only makes sense.
But they don't need too many more.
No.
In a game like this, low-scoring game,
33 seconds left.
Yep.
So, once again, we'll put you at the mercy of the gods, if you will. What do you do here?
Well, all night, Bacon Academy has forced deep shots due to their pressure in zone. I would assume they're going to stay in zone. So if I'm Woodstock, I want to pound the ball down low. But it depends on if they keep in the freshman Erickson or if they put Flanagan back in. If Flanagan's in, I want to push the ball down to him, tell him to pump fake, draw contact, go to the hole strong, and hopefully get a layup or an and one.
We'll see what they leave in or take out of here.
From there, you have to assume there's pressure on Woodstock Academy's part.
Oh, yeah.
You have to.
Black, Harris-Samoitz, Claffey, Bloomberger, Johnson for the Bobcats, Anderson, Erickson, Saucier, Nagel, Barnes for the Centaurs. Nagel with the basketball, 30 seconds to play. Saucier works it around, bounce pass to Nagel. Nagel into the corner, Anderson. Bounce pass, almost lost it, manages to regain it. 18 seconds, knocked away. It's picked off by Bloomberger. Saucier fouls him. He gets the basket and the foul. Bloomberger has become a problem in the last 40 seconds. Saucier picked up the foul. Huh?
What a way to close out this game.
Couple of baskets by Bloomberger. Both of them on layups, and another timeout called. Braden did all he could do to try to stop Bloomberger from almost trying to wrap him up, but he still managed to force the ball up, and Saucier got called for the foul on top of it. And now with 14 seconds to go, you know, if Bloomberger hits this one, it's difficult.
It was the right play to do by Saucier. You have to foul.
Absolutely.
I mean, either way, it's going to be a 2-possession game, so you just hope that he either doesn't make the basket or you don't get called for the foul.
And the old thing is you have to almost, and you're not endorsing hard fouls, okay?
No.
But by the same token, you almost have to make it so that they can't get the ball up in the air. He did everything he could, but he was too far behind, tried to wrap him up a little too late.
Correct. You have to come down with that arm so that he can't bring his ball up into the air and get up for an easy layup.
We have a little delay, so you can even watch it here. You look at it, and you see Nagel gets that double team, gave it back out. Saucier bounced it back over to Nagel. And then it was, I think, tipped here somewhere, if I'm correct.
It was. From
tipped
Nagel
right
to
there.
Saucier.
And Nagel got it back, threw it, and then it was tipped, and it was tipped right there in front. And you can see that little lead is all Bloomberger needed, that little extra step to get to the basket before Saucier could tie him up.
And either way, the clock runs on a made basket, so almost a better thing there for Saucier to foul.
Bloomberger's free throw is good. 5-point lead, 14 seconds to play.
Got to go quick.
34-29. Someone's got to shoot it. Anderson underneath Flanagan, got the two, and he's going to call a quick timeout with 5 seconds to play. 34-31. It is a one-possession game. The Centaurs, if they foul, the Bobcats go right to the free throw line for 2. So you got to figure that they're going to foul quickly, and you hope that the Bobcats miss the 2 free throws.
You have to assume. You have to assume.
If they hit one of the two, it's probably over.
With 6 seconds left, it's not enough time to trap and hope for a steal. Obviously, you go for the steal, but you have to assume you're going to foul in this situation.
As soon as you can.
Yes.
Doesn't matter how. You got to get a foul as soon as you can.
And then one make on the for the Bacon Academy Bobcats, if they get fouled and go to the line, one make would pretty much put this thing away. 2-possession game.
Absolutely.
Less than 6 seconds left. There's not much you can do there.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking as well. You got to hope that they don't make one of the two, because they have a 2-shot opportunity.
Now this is where your homework comes into play. Who do you foul? Who do you want to force the ball to go into if you're Woodstock Academy?
I would probably say, depending on who is out there, but if I'm dying to say Quinn Johnson.
Quinn Johnson today is 0 for 1 from the line. So
I'm just dying. I mean, I'm looking at someone who has not gone to the line a lot.
Yep.
And I've just not seen a lot of confidence out there right now in his shot. So that's the guy I'd foul if I were the Centaurs. If you have a choice. You may not have a choice.
Yeah.
My guess is they're going to try to get it into Bloomberger.
If you don't get the steal, foul right away.
They get it into, they throw it long, it's stolen by Barnes, and a foul. That's exactly what the Centaurs wanted. Barnes is fouled by Black. That is a miscue. Black, his 4th foul.
Now this almost hurts the Centaurs too, because it's a 3-point game and you're going to the line. At most you can only get 2.
But 1 point and you have 4.5 seconds to go. Yep. You foul immediately.
And that's a 1-point game? Or a one-possession game.
It's a one-possession game still.
Yep.
So it helps a little. I mean, I'm not saying it helps a ton, but it helps a little. And if you happen to get a steal, turn around and shoot it, that'd be a 1-point humongous win.
If you're Woodstock, you need at least this first one.
Barnes puts it up. He gets the first.
That's free throw.
And Marty Hart wants to talk about it. Now, okay, you made the first one. Do you miss the second? Do you miss the second, and do you put Flanagan and Erickson and Beauchene in that game?
In this situation, I think I would. And the reason
I'm just going to throw it out there.
The reason I say that is because the offense hasn't been able to get it going all night.
Right.
So you don't want to put Bacon back on the line and then have to drop a play for your offense. You would rather just take a bang-bang play and hope to make it.
Not to say there may be 3 of your best shooters, but by the same token, if you can get it close to the basket, you put it back up and home, you've got a tie game.
And you have 4.5 seconds left.
Yeah.
Take a dribble, pump fake, look to draw some contact, go to the hole.
I hate to say it, but I think you miss. That's what I would do that.
Yep. You've got to assume that's what they're talking about.
And I would assume they would. Now you have Erickson in there. You've got Flanagan in there. Okay, you don't have Beauchene in there, but you got Erickson and Flanagan, so you assume that's what they're doing.
Yep, and Barnes is a smart kid. I don't know if he wants his stats to go down on this free throw.
I would. The tough thing is,
if it leads to a win or an overtime victory,
the tough thing is missing on purpose.
Yes.
That's horrible to do. And you have to do it in a way. There it is. Fires it off the backboard.
And he missed the rim.
He missed the rim. You got to hit the rim. That's the other thing that I did not include in the thought process. So now you got to foul him immediately.
Yep.
You still have 4.2 seconds. Knocked out of bounds. It was last touched by Woodstock. It'll stay with Bacon.
4.2 left here.
Yep. Claffey in to Johnson. Well, it's exactly the guy I would have fouled.
Yep.
And you only had 0.7 seconds run off. The foul will be on Nagel, his second, and you put Johnson to the free throw line. He is shooting 2. So if he hits 2 of them, you have a 2-possession game again.
Game over if he hits both.
Yeah.
I think we can say that with certainty. However, one?
You got a chance? Not a lot. 3.5, not a lot. He misses the first. So far, I mean, the strategy is working on my part.
His teammates are trying to corral him to make the second one, but he put his head down immediately after that miss.
I know.
So it's getting to him a little bit here. Let's see if he can rebound himself and come back out for a make.
Short break, 3.5 seconds to go. 2-point lead for the Bobcats.
Attend Quinnebog Valley Community College for free. If you will be a first-time college student, a Connecticut high school graduate, and resident of any age, you meet 2 of the qualifications. See if you meet the qualifications at qvcc.edu/pact. It is always free to apply to QVCC.
Welcome back. 3.5 seconds to play. 2-point lead for Bacon Academy. It has been an ugly game, and all of a sudden, at the very end, it has become a game of strategy.
It has. Back and forth. As this whole game has gone. But right now, Bacon seems to have an edge. And, again, they have to make this.
If they make this one, it's you're back to you're still at a one-possession game. But the Centaurs only have 3 seconds to run it up the floor and you get even something close to a makeable shot.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's a prayer. It's a Hail Mary.
Now, both teams out of timeouts at this point.
I think so. Yeah, I see zeros up there.
So that comes into play. You always want to remind your teammates that in a huddle in the fourth quarter, how many timeouts you have left in case they pull the ball down and they call one. It's going to be a technical foul if somebody does that.
Getz, Flanagan, Anderson, Erickson, Nagel. You'd guess Nagel will release immediately. Free throw by Johnson is no good. Anderson gets it quickly to Nagel. 1.8 from half court, and it just fell short. Did everything he could do. He actually got a pretty decent look, but it was just inside half court. That's a tough shot to make.
Now, it wasn't a pretty game, but kudos to Bacon. They came out here on a Friday night, time change for the game, and they got the win.
They got the win.
For the second time this season.
By 2 points for the second time this season over the Centaurs. We're going to take a break. When we return, we're going to have some final stats courtesy of Trent Peters when we return right after this.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
With the winter cold all around us, who wants to bundle the family up and go out to eat? And who wants to slave over a hot stove after a long day of work? Instead, choose Grill 37's takeout service. Anything you want from our regular menu, from fish to steaks to salads to pastas and more, our skilled chefs can prepare it, box it up, and bring it to you without you ever having to get out of your warm car. Call today to order to go. 860-315-5640. Open Wednesday through Sunday at 4. See our full menu at grill37.com.
And welcome back to Woodstock Academy. Final score here, Bacon Academy prevails over Woodstock Academy by a score of 34-32. Trent Peters and some final statistics for us.
Already for the Bacon Academy Bobcats, Claffey had 5, Black had 4, Bloomberger had 11, and Grimord had 14. And for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, Hamilton Barnes had 3, Braden Saucier had 3, Brandon Nagel had 12. Beauchene had 2. Anderson had 7. And Flanagan had 5.
Final score of 34-32. Let me steal that away from you there. As the Woodstock Academy Centaurs fall to Bacon Academy. Bacon Academy now 8-5 on the season, 3-2 in Division II. They really kind of needed this win for their future playoff hopes anyway, or postseason hopes. And they get a win on an away game in a difficult day, in an ugly game, to be absolutely honest.
At the end of the day, a win is a win.
A win is a win.
I credit Bacon Academy. They come in here. We have a small student section in here. They were getting a little hostile during that fourth quarter when things were tied up and going back and forth. and they were able to get it done. And I think the primary reason was they were 7 for 13 from the line, whereas Woodstock was 4 for 14.
That hurts. There's no question about that. You got to make your free throws. How many times have we said it? So for our final anyway, the Bacon Academy Bobcats do prevail 34-32 for Trent Peters. I'm Mark Allard. We'll see you again next week sometime. We have to figure out with the snowstorm. Let's put it that way first. Hopefully everyone gets through the snow. There are no games left for the weekend for us anyway. We'll see you again next week sometime. For Trent Peters, I'm Mark Allard. 34-32. Bacon Academy prevails.
You have been listening to Woodstock Academy Live. This copyrighted webcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without authorized written consent of the Woodstock Academy. The Woodstock Academy would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. Today's game has been brought to you by First American Home Loans, Quinebaug Valley Community College, Girardi Insurance Services, Grill 37 Restaurant in Pomfret Center, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, and Busquets Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, with production support provided by O'Contrabar Productions, LLC. Remember, today's broadcast is available to be seen on woodstockacademy.org/athletics/live. This has been a production of the Woodstock Academy.